Hi, Joel.
Hi, Sticky.
Hi. How is it going? You ready for more YIIK
Are we ready for our Valentine's Day yeek?
Yeah, well, love is in the air and it's shaped like Vela.
Scary.
That comment will make sense later.
Oh, boy.
We haven't gotten any interesting comments. Although I've got to say, listener, it's weird watching the numbers on each of the episodes go up in a non-linear fashion. And to once again notice that Slime Girl and Michael are drawing the most attention. I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone's... Hi, Casper. Do you have something to say? Oh, thank you. It seems like in general, the color yellow draws people's eyes, which tells me a lot about how we're all just fucking monkeys.
I don't know. I'm firmly in Team Michael. I think he's just got the charisma.
He's got that vibe. He's got that vavavooey, that slim, nubile body. Well, nothing else to do. It's time to go. I really need to catch up with our recording time.
Do you make the mistake? Do you make the mistake again?
You can see me doing it. I'm like, what? Where the fuck? Wait, where am I? Is it this one?
Are we gonna be back in the sewer?
No, we're at the
No,
correct
we're in
place.
Bluetown.
Yeah. So now it's time for a completely meaningless conversation that will go for far too long and not actually provide any form of world building at all.
The classic YIIK. Traditional YIIK.
Well, we're already at the point that we're on top of a mountain talking to a weird, wacky guy. So you would think he might have something to say about this world that would tell you something about it. The thing I always think about is in Scott Pilgrim, there's a part in which Scott says to Ramona, "What college did you go to?" Ooh. And she responds, "You know, the one in the sky?" And she goes, "What?" "Yeah, the one on the big rock in the sky." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." I butchered the shit out of this. I'll put it on the panels. Who cares? And like that immediately makes you go, "Oh yeah, they're in a video game world. When people die,
hey man, it's
they
great
turn
to
into
see
coins."
You. How you been? Hey guys.
And instead of that,
Did you get
it's just
even
like
more muscular,
on the top
Claudio?
of this
And Chandra,
fucking
did you get even more
hill,
beautiful?
there's
Always
some
changing
kind
for
of
the better, you
stoner
I brought my friends Alex,
who's
Michael, and Rory
magic,
with
but he's
me.
not that
They wanted to
magic.
check out your record collection and see if you can
Also,
help them locate
look
an
at his
album.
sprite.
Friends of
When
Claudio and
he's in his
Chandra are always
neutral, they
friends of
fucked up
mine.
the line
Please,
work
have a seat. I'll
around
make some tea.
the right shoulder, or left for the viewer.
So my new friends here
I'm
wanted
very
to talk
scared of his
about some
3D model.
elusive record they can't seem to track down.
It looks like he should be chasing
been
you down a
looking for it
dark
for a while.
hallway.
We've been to literally like 10 record shops. Claudio says you've
we
got quite the
we
collection.
did not go to 10, you dramatic fuck.
I do indeed. So what sort of music interests young people these days?
I think
hair metal.
this is
power
the
metal,
wrong voice actor
speed
choice,
metal,
honestly.
Metallic metal.
I think he
pop
does a
punk
fine
thrash
job
metal.
of doing it. He's very energetic. I just don't think it matters.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean.
match.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, he looks like some. He'd be like, "Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of metal."
I think
He doesn't
he
also
should've-
really.
Who is this enchanting young woman?
For a moment, it
Is
looks like
she
he's talking
here as
about
well?
Rory.
I was really confused. I was like, are you...
No, she isn't here. She threw a hissy fit when she found out we were looking for this record.
Hissy fit. Do people even say that?
I don't
Look at his.
Okay.
Look at the line work around his
So
shoulder. It's now on
what
his
sort
right
of
side.
music are you
They
into,
fucked it up.
guys?
Okay, so the thing that's getting me even more is he points out, oh yeah, there's a beautiful woman on this cover, but not the people sitting in the room with him right now.
Yeah, they're all there.
I don't think I have anything like that. Perhaps you noticed my collection of
You
guitars.
have two guitars for some reason.
And
I saw it
3
on the way
guitars
in.
that are completely
play?
identical except for
do.
color. Why is one of them
Mark here made his
like
fortune playing
it's so
music.
high up that it doesn't
Well,
make sense
before
as
he
a
became
design
world
and also
traveler.
horizontal?
Mark sponsored the Bring Him
I
Home
don't know.
concert
They
for
need
my
to put
cousin
them on
who
the
fought
wall
in
in
the
a way that
Gulf
you
War.
could see them.
That was long before you could even walk. Hell, I was
Why
a
do you
kid
have, what is that, a ukulele with a broken
Power of
like,
metal unites all.
That's a loop.
stalk?
You see, heavy
Is it a
metal.
loot?
It's a
Okay.
loot.
The oral
The body of a
manifestation
ukulele is
of
much
all
smaller.
things good
I have
and
one on
powerful.
the wall right now.
It contains
All
the
I can tell you
perfect
is at one
positive
point when I was
energy
running
to
my Dungeons
dispel
and Dragons
hate,
game, a heavily
racism,
autistic woman would
sexism,
attempt to
poverty,
torture me
with the
psychically
power
with
of the metal
a shitty
gods
ukulele
channeling
that
through
looked
my
like a
guitar
watermelon.
strings,
It
I
wasn't
was
even
able to
like
bring
tuned.
peace and prosperity to the Middle
She
East.
thought she could play it, but all she knew
Well,
how
we
to do
got
was
our
strum
cousin.
it really hard,
Yeah, I
and then
did.
she would sing badly.
Okay, I got ahead of myself.
Oh, I
I
see.
brought peace to
I
one
mean, I wasn't.
family whose son
I
had been
somewhat
taken
knew how to
captive.
play it,
It's a
and I did not
harrowing
try to
tale
sing,
filled
but I
with
did have a
adventure
ukulele
and
in high school.
intrigue.
Did you try to attack people with it? Because that's what she did.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
no.
if we really did
She was a
time
weird
for that.
fucking creature.
And besides, like I said,
That
we're
entire
not really all
relationship
that
is like a
together.
nightmare that I
All
could
the
spend the entire
bad
episode
fashions
talking
and
about.
teased hair,
But
it's also
the important detail is that
This is the 90s.
while
moving
we
forward.
were
Our
running that
music is
game, which
about
she was a
things.
member of and then not a member of because she
Yeah,
threw a
I'm gonna
hissy fit
pretend
because
that
I
you
wasn't
don't mean to imply that
going
heavy
to
metal
give her
can't be
exactly what
about
she wanted for
things.
her little arbitrary
Clearly, you've never
backstory
heard the
for a
soaring
second
scream of the
character
guitar
after it doesn't
paired in
matter.
perfect
She
counterpoint
would
to an
then
orchestra,
follow us around the
accompanied by
house trying
sound
to
of
be
a
as annoying
trillion
as possible and
angels.
interrupt the
You,
game
my
despite
dear
her
boy,
boyfriend
must
being
listen
the
to my
person who
greatest
owned the
hit.
house.
Murder
And then
Run
as
and
this was
Melancholia
the day
Reigns
that everything
Unbroken.
broke, she
It's a lot
A,
less
we
depressing than it
ordered
sounds.
pizza, and
All
she
of
was the
Mark's
one who
music is
ordered
like
it,
that.
although my buddy
He
was
has
paying, and we
albums
assumed we would get the
albums
exact
filled with
same,
skeletons and decaying corpses.
you know,
But
that same
somehow
old
he manages to
pizza
make
we
music
always
that
got, you know,
speaks
good
to the soul.
pizza.
Like
And then
Seed
we
of
went
Decay,
outside
The
because she was
Stone,
playing her
Part
fucking
9.
ukulele
The first
again
few
while we were
songs of
taking
that
our break.
album are
So
really
we were
beautiful,
sitting on the
Alice.
curb, and then she came out on the
Disfigured by
balcony and
illegals
started
and high
playing.
altar
Oh
honor.
no.
That is my
Uh-huh.
personal
And then when we
favorite.
came inside to
to
get the
hula hoop
pizza,
to
and
it
we were
all
excited
the
and
time.
starving because we've been playing for like 5 hours.
One of Mark's
We
tracks
discovered
were
the
featured in
pizza
some
had
really great animes.
9 separate orders of mushrooms on it because I hate mushrooms. I do not like mushrooms on anything, let alone pizza. And then an order of
Okay,
liquid
enough about this
kale
topic.
that was just sort of
Can you tell me
slopped
about
all
this
over the
tea we're
pizza and these
I'm
horrifying
sorry.
dollops.
Liquid
This
kale?
here is something I
It
Just
normally
some
was
green
put as a
goo?
side for fries or
It's called
something.
Da Hong Pao.
What?
It's
What?
a
Where?
world-famous
Is
tea,
that like? Is that the
exceptionally
normal
rare
place you
and
ordered for
difficult
pizza
to come
from?
by. The bushes
Yeah, that was
produce
our
this tea
pizza
are
place. We
reportedly
ordered, it was
1,000
Krusty's. If
years
you've
old.
ever been
Make
to
sure you
Windsor,
don't spill it
Ontario,
dry.
the best pizza
This
in
is
town is from
very
Krusty's.
special
It's
tea.
fucking
Where'd
gorgeous.
you get this?
Best pizza in
It's
town.
amazing.
I love
Yeah, it
Krusty.
is
He's
amazing,
exactly
right?
how he sounds as a person.
Can't
It's
explain
someone
in
who
detail
decided
how
his
all
name
these
would be Krusty.
circumstances
His
are
name would be
related.
Krusty and he runs a pizza
It would
shop.
be a
That's
very
exactly all you need to
long
know.
and very complicated
Yeah,
story.
and
And I
not only
mean
did she
no
waste my
disrespect
buddy's
to you
money,
when I
which
say
is bad
this.
enough, but she then proceeded
It
to
would
be like
virtually
the
impossible
worst
for you at
person.
this stage,
We finished
young
our
man,
game up as
to
quickly as
understand.
possible. Then
Now,
me
you are,
and
of
my
course,
2
in
buddies
no
who
way
weren't related to these
responsible
2
for this,
numbnuts
but
left, and as
I'll
we
do
were
my
walking
best to
away,
explain the
with
circumstances
them
by which I
matching
came to
my
possess
normal
this
brisk
rare
pace, they both
And
looked
mind
at
you,
me, and these are 2 big
I was
guys. They
something
were
of a
both like
traveler.
over
I
6
lived
feet,
for
big,
journeying
wide
and
built
discovery.
bodies. They could
I
have
had
been
a
football
partner, a
players if they
very
weren't
good
nerds,
man,
but they were
who
nerds, so
became
instead they
ill in
looked
his
kind of like
mid-30s.
lumberjacks.
At
They
the
both looked at me
time,
and said,
I
I'm never
considered
gonna play in a
myself to be
game with
very
her ever
worldly.
again. And I
I lived
nodded,
for the
and then
dirt
we had to
under
go
my
to my
feet,
buddy's house
but
and think
I
about
also
how I was
did not
going to
believe in the
politely
supernatural
tell her to
in
fuck
full.
off and say we're not running the
Alas,
game
my
anymore.
partner
To
came
which
down with
she
a severe stomach
threw a
cancer
fit,
that
claimed
began
I was
claim his
trying to
life.
force her out, which admittedly
He
I
was a
was, and then
spiritual man,
that
one might
relationship
say, and
exploded,
he believed in miracles.
which fine.
His faith
Last
and
time I
his
heard, they
failing
had
body
to leave
led
that
to the
house
ending of
because
our
their
friendship.
little weird plan
He
had
left for
finally
India,
failed, and they were
I
living in
stayed
someone
back in
else's
Arizona,
basement in
where
some
I
kind of
built a
bizarre
life for myself
polycule.
in between trips.
So,
He was gone
Many
for
such
many
cases.
weeks when I received a letter.
she was
from
like a
him.
bonobo monkey
The
in
letter
more ways
was
than one.
scribbled in the
Is this
handwriting of
the girl that
dying man.
Casper hated?
It featured
Yeah, oh yeah, that was the weird thing.
that
She
upon
was,
further
so at one point,
inspection
because I was
Atlas
poor and trying to
proved to
get
be
work,
in the
that's where I
mountains
ended up
of
meeting these people. They helped me bring
So,
some food
I
home
began
from the
my
food
journey.
bank so I could help my
After
stupid
many
family
days
not
of
die.
travel, I
And when
arrived
we
at the
got
summit of
there, there. As everyone had walked in, Casper came over like, hello, new friends, and said hello to everyone in turn, then got to her, stared at her, and hissed, and then ran away. And I've never seen that reaction from him ever. Casper is the kind of cat who makes friends with dogs. He's the kind of cat who I'm convinced would see a feral wolf and go, oh, hello, new friends, and
Wants to hang
looked
out
at
with
this,
the mice.
yeah, and then saw this woman and went,
I longed to take a sample of this
Speaking
drink
of
back to
Casper
an
wants
American
out to
laboratory
fill
where
time.
it would
One
be
second.
tested and ultimately turned into a cure.
Absolutely
But
nonsense dialogue. This
I
has
was told
nothing
that
to
the
do with the
last
game. He is
bush bearing
talking
the tea
about
had
tea
burned up
and
in
the
a forest.
Make it
I
stop!
demand
Why is this still
proof.
happening? This
There
is
was no
completely
evidence that any
unchanged
such
from the
firearm
original
occurred.
release of YIIK, and this is one of the
Angered,
worst
furious,
parts of
on the
it.
point of striking the
The worst part is it has nothing to do with anything. It's not building towards any point. As far as I've thought about this conversation for some
Now,
time.
Despite my anger, that
It
they would
doesn't-
not let me test the tea. Everything
Like,
had
nothing
been
about this has
incredibly
anything to do with
happy
any
in
of our
India.
conversations
I've
before.
always felt
It's
an
not
incredible glow of
building
joy.
to anything. He's just like a
On our last
hippie who
day,
doesn't want to shut
before
up.
we were to return,
And if
the
that's the
earth
intent, if
gave
their
out
point
beneath
is,
my feet, and I was stuck.
you know,
Soon a storm came.
sometimes you just
The
climb a
storm
mountain
was
with your
so
friends and
bad,
have a
I
weird
feared it
encounter
would
with some
wipe
guy
away
who
the
won't shut
mountain,
up.
And I'd be stuck in a landslide.
But we're not here
This
to have a
is where
realistic
things became
conversation that
interesting.
goes on for
My friend was able to break
how long
away
has this
the
been going?
rocks binding
We're
my
9
Probably like
minutes
8
into the
minutes?
video.
bare hands.
Oh yeah, about 8
And he
minutes.
had expelled the disease from
He's been
his
going
body
this long and
achieved
hasn't
a new
said
strength.
anything
I
that
believe I would
matters.
have died on that mountain
It's like
had
this-
it not been for him.
This is just
I hold
empty,
true
unused
the
space.
fact
It's
that
completely
he
wasted. There are
survived
so
his
many
cancer,
concepts and ideas
so he
present in
could
this
save
game
it.
that could use more
When we
decent
returned,
exposition
the
that
yogi
isn't
hermit
just
had
reading the
left his
Wikipedia
camp.
page. You could be talking about the
What
culture
he
of the
left
internet
behind
or how things
was
used to be
a pot
before the
he
internet
created
because
to
this is an
cure
old
my
man and that's
friend's
what you use an
cancer
old man for. But
and a
no,
container of
he's
this tea.
talking about some like a useless
Magic,
shit.
magic tea he
That's a
got from
fascinating
India that
story,
cured
man.
cancer.
Magic tea he got from India that cured cancer and was lost in a wildfire.
hmm
Yeah.
It's all for this
You know,
joke.
it's valued at $3,000 an ounce.
And they didn't even make like a Michael thing where he's spitting his tea out.
So,
You just have to look at his
what
hand on
did
his
you
head
come
and go,
for?
that's not the right
How can I
pose.
help you?
Like, I know obviously it probably would have cost them a lot of
Oh,
money. These
my
look
friend
like these
Alex here is
portraits
looking for a
took
record.
quite a bit of
It's
change.
called Mystical
But
Ultimate
shouldn't there
LP
be like a
Legend.
fun Michael spitting his tea out with the teacup in his hand,
name.
going like, whoa!
That would have been
Sounds
funny.
so familiar. How did you find out about this mystical LP?
There's no dynamism and it's very
I found
boring.
a jacket.
I mean, that's
Here,
why I
have
like the
it.
cutscenes so much more than these visual novel
yes.
scenes, because they put a
The
lot more
Mystical
energy into
Ultimate
the
LP
animation and the
Look at-
framing
by
than.
Vela Wild.
Look at Michael's face.
Did you say
Look at how it's like
Wild?
concave.
yeah.
Like,
But
the shadow on his
didn't
face
you
is
know
giving
this
him like he
already?
has a head shaped
It's
like
on the
Moon Man.
cover.
He's got no cheekbones.
Did you even read it?
He has
Alex,
no
you're
forehead
so
either, look.
stupid. You're so stupid, Alex.
Suddenly,
It
everything
it
made sense.
could make
Makes a
sense
little bit of sense.
if this entire like quest wasn't a waste of
Her
time,
ability to fight with
going from
sound.
place to place to being told to fuck off,
Clearly
only
she
to then
was a
come up on this
musician,
mountain and
created
have a
this
guy
record.
babble at us for near 10
Stupid
minutes,
Ben.
and then, hey, did
Leave
you
her
look
with
at the
and she
record,
must have
stupid
assumed I'd read
fucker?
the title closely.
Did you not even read the
Vela
thing that
Wild.
you have been carrying around this entire? You didn't even look at it. You're blind.
By the way, look inside the
Did I
campfire,
say
or the
something
campfire,
wrong?
the fireplace.
It's just
What's
like
going
some
on?
wobbling
Stopped
puddle.
talking for a while
Dude, what the
and
hell is
looked
that?
all deep in
Is that a
thought.
portal to another realm?
I'd prefer
just
that. Can we
realized
jump in the
something.
portal to hell and get away from this guy and
Yeah.
Alex?
The mind is like
Please.
that. You keep many things hidden away.
Now look,
and
mind
they
is
come
glowing
out when they're
blue.
most needed. Did you ever consider
There's so much that
this
they could have
record
done
might
with
be
Mark
locked
as a
away
character, and as I said,
inside
it's nothing to do
your
with
mind?
voice actors. A lot of the
And if
voice
not
acting in this
yours,
game is
maybe
very well
inside the
done. They're
mind
doing
of
their
Oh, yeah.
job.
Wild character.
I just don't think that that
Damn.
voice.
So you don't have it?
I don't think that that voice suits his design.
How could I? It hasn't come out yet.
I can see it. I think
What?
his model doesn't look very good though,
Check the date
Yeah.
on the back.
especially because he's got a weird
See the
triangle
sticker?
nose.
Do not sell until January 1st, 2000. Since I'm not a time traveler.
Well, at least in this life.
in
Oh,
this
he's so
I
mysterious.
couldn't
Shut up.
possibly have this record. You kids should pay closer attention to your record jackets. They have lots of useful information on them.
Thanks a lot, Mark. I know where to find this record.
Suddenly, Alex has a
What?
perfect idea of what to
Dude.
do.
How?
Claudia, why
I'll
didn't
explain
you
some
read
stuff
the
when we get
sleeve?
outside.
This is like your business. It's your livelihood. You didn't read it. You didn't
To be
notice
fair,
you
he
and your
doesn't-
sister were on it.
Chandra,
Yeah, obviously,
some
but
things I
at the
won't let
very
you in
least, he
on,
doesn't know who Villa
especially
is,
since you've
so.
been so kind to me since
So
we
now,
met.
you're gonna
A
see
lot
me
of this is
immediately
sound
break
out there,
because
and I
none
know
of this
that.
matters.
So listen to the
Because
sincerity in my voice and not
nothing-
so much the
by the way,
absurdity of the words I'm gonna say.
I think he stole that line from Vela.
Hey, that's.
I'm pretty sure he stole that line from.
Oh, sorry, man.
Thanks,
That
Michael.
is something he would do.
I'm not entirely
Mhm,
sure of what's
mhm.
going on myself, so some of the parts might seem.
So
a little
normally
hazy.
this scene should
Okay,
be
here it goes.
extended
When
a
I arrived
lot,
home from
but
college earlier
I
this year,
looked up
met
from
Sammy
my
Park.
phone because I wasn't
I'd
gonna
followed
actually
Kat
pay
into an old
attention to
factory,
this
she was
and
lying
lost
to me,
my
but tried to help her
mind.
to
So
be
we're
a
not
lady
gonna
man
listen to
woman, yet
this
she
because
said that with this
he's
pouch,
literally just
you
explaining what
then I
happened. But
He's
we
explaining
played the
first
video
act of the
game.
game.
fair. I didn't expect
We
you to
played the
believe me.
video game. And then he
Rory,
says that. I didn't expect you to
you lost
believe
your
me, but
sister?
nobody, like, said anything.
Sorry to hear
I
that,
didn't
man.
skip over them going, what?
Yeah.
And instead they're
Facts.
just being nice to Rory.
Losing a sibling is a terrible burden on any person.
They
Let
don't
us
even
know if
want
you
to,
need
like,
anything.
engage with Alex.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
going
why
on?
am I not important?
We've lost someone before. We know what it's
Mhm.
like. Maybe that's what drew me to the Sammy Park case.
I see.
See, he said Park,
What
not
about the
Park.
soul survivors and all that?
Let's say we've had experience with the supernatural before.
I had a kid
Chandra, you
brother,
don't believe in any of this shit.
He went missing in 1985.
Left and right.
Got on his bike one day to go to our neighbors. 7 houses up the street.
Mm-hmm.
And he just vanished. Never
Yeah.
came back.
Unfortunately, he turned
We
into
looked for him
Alex
for
D.
months. Dad never
What a
stopped.
shame.
What a
Still
shame.
hands out flyers
He
at
was
the
a good
grocery
man.
store every Sunday.
Terrible way to go.
He even got an artist to draw him aged.
Were there ever any leads or anything?
What?
No one
Did
really
they?
ever investigated it.
By the
Sure, we
way,
looked
why haven't
around
they
for him,
reset her
and for a week
pose?
they had a task
I
force.
have another
They had one guy they
criticism of
suspected.
this because Claudio's normally
Every lead fell
facing
through.
the direction Alex is
You
facing
act
in.
like they even
They just
tried.
completely mirrored his
A
model,
4-year-old
so now
black
his
kid goes
shirt
missing
is
in
the
a
wrong
shit
way.
neighborhood, and you think
Mhm.
they really tried?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, well, it's in Japanese, so you're not
complicated,
supposed to
Alex.
notice.
Alex's shirt
I
is
don't
too.
remember
The
this
text
being
is going the
on
wrong
news
way.
or anything.
Oh my god, I
You're from
actually hadn't
Boomtown,
noticed that.
right?
You're right.
That's like an hour
They didn't
outside of
even
Frankton.
bother to. Oh my
How the hell
fucking
did this
god,
get
come on,
national
guys.
coverage?
The only
Isn't
reason
it
I noticed
obvious,
it is because
man?
I've stared at the
Same
blue
reason no
girl
one gives a
on
shit about
Claudio's
Sammy
shirt for so
Sammy
long. I'm like,
Park.
she's usually on the
I'm
right
sure
side.
if
Why'd they
Aaron
do
had been
that?
a beautiful white woman,
I gotta
everyone
say-
would have cared that he vanished.
Oh,
Everyone would have had a candlelight
by the
vigil
way, they're
and a
talking about
moment of
racism.
silence. But that's just not how
Which-
these things work.
look,
And you
racism
know
is
what's
real.
funny?
It's a lit.
My dad is a lawyer, and my mom was an assistant to the
Okay.
governor. It's not like we were shit no one
Yeah, we
people,
weren't
you know?
poor black people.
It
This
just
writing
wasn't
is so cringe.
rules,
Like, I
whatever
understand
they
the point
told
of
us.
trying to write this in as like a
Alex,
concept, and it
Don't
makes
you think
logistic
Sammy's
sense
parents
that people
tried
care
to
less
get some
about a
attention for
non-white
their
person
daughter's
doing missing.
disappearance? It's not that easy. Those people
But
you see on TV
is
are
this
people who
the
can
moment
make a
for
great story
this?
for the press. That's
We
just the
are-
way it
Standing in
works.
Bluetown.
Yeah, we are now
I
16
don't
minutes
think I
in,
ever
and
gave it
all
any
we have
thought.
seen is cutscene
Yeah,
after
man.
cutscene of empty
That's just how they
noise.
get away with it.
People like you don't think like that's
People
right.
like you don't
Racism
think
is an
about it.
inherency that
People
that
like
white
us,
people have a problem with. We
it's
don't
all we
like
ever
to
get
even
to think
perceive
about.
racism as being anything
What
more
our
than
kid
active
brothers
racism.
with.
Passive
Don't
racism,
you think
it's such a
weird that
complicated,
young woman goes
long-winded
missing in your
subject,
town
and
only
having
people
it
talking
simplified
about
in
it
front
are
of
some
you is
weirdo
not
kids on the internet, and they
going
aren't really talking
to-
about it for awareness. You guys
I don't-
get off on
yeah,
it
they
in a way,
definitely
don't
do.
you? Some fantasy about being the white knight swooping in
I
and
mean,
saving
you're
the
not wrong,
exotic
but is
Korean
this the
girl.
moment? You know, it's like Claudio's like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's stop
go
this.
find this record. Where,
Oh, this white guy might drop the hard R if you get too loud, Chandra.
You guys are coming along? Awesome!
And then
Back to
Alex is just
Franklin.
like,
We need to
yay!
speak with Ella, the girl who
I don't
made
want
this
to talk
album.
about this anymore. I don't want to think about racism. You know, the certain word that I get
I hate to
called is
admit it,
also like your
but
word
sometimes
if
I
you
just
switch the
wish we
letters
could let him
around.
go. My younger brother, you know?
And then for some
Not a
reason,
day
this
goes by
second
where I
scene
don't
that
think
feels
about
like
it.
it was meant to occur
And you know
later.
what's really funny? I don't even remember what he looks like. We have a few old photos, but most of them he just
Because
looks like every other
Chandra
kid to me.
switched worlds. By the way, we
Round
made the
face,
mistake of
happy,
thinking that
playing video
Chandra
games, or falling
is
off a bike.
Claudio's twin,
You don't
but
remember
the
I
kid
said
that's
no.
missing. Yeah,
You
I
made that
was wrong.
mistake.
No,
I
I
was
don't
wrong.
think so. I think I only remember
Yeah,
what
because you're
people
from a
tell
different
me about
world.
him.
Also,
And you know what's
that
funny? He was my twin brother.
Chandra,
I was a minute
Chandra's
older than him.
twin is
Claudia
Alex.
still gets frustrated with me sometimes. You're his twin. Can't you feel him
Why is
out
she
there?
smiling while she does
Don't
that?
you have special twin
holding her
powers that let
headphone.
you know if
That's
he's in
because they don't
pain?
have enough. They don't have enough fucking
That
portraits.
stuff.
Yes, and now she's stretching her arms
Not
for
you.
some
Because
reason.
because they decided,
Sometimes I
okay,
do.
this is the default
It's
pose
in
for
those
Chandra.
moments that I really do think
So
he
weird.
isn't out there anymore. If there
It's probably
was a
because they
connection,
gave her those
I feel
giant
something.
thighs and
and since
massive
there's
hips.
nothing there,
So
I
they
think
don't
it's-
want to like
he must be
accentuate
gone.
the fact that she drew her like a
Sometimes people
porn
just vanish.
character.
But I
Look,
think
I'm
it's
a
also
smut
because they
creator.
put.
And gone the next.
Geek slime girl
Bad
goes
people
here,
take them,
but
they fall in
like,
sewers,
sorry, go on.
but
I
life
think they
has
put
to
that there
move on.
because they put the
It's
Walkman on
harder
her
for my
arm, and it's
parents, I
annoying. It
think,
doesn't really make
since
sense
they
what
made
it
him
is
and
when
whatever.
they draw it
But Claudia,
in this pose
don't
because
think
you
he'll
can't tell
ever
what
move
is that. But when
It's
she
all
pulls
he
her
thinks
arm
about.
across, you can tell
And
it's a
finding
Walkman.
this Sammy,
Well, part of the
Sammy
problem is
hot
that they
girl,
didn't give the
this
buttons any
obsession you
depth.
brought onto him, this shit isn't fair. He had one dead kid to worry about never finding, and now you gave
Where did
him
everyone
another.
else go?
They went back. They're going down. They jumped down. It's fine. Rory can cast Featherfall.
Yeah, Chandra, why? Is Rory a level 1 wizard?
He can't be a level 1 wizard. He has to be at least a level 3 because Featherfall is level 2.
So one of Rangshine's complaints is that the moment you leave the scene, it's all like... So now that the place is blue, it's no longer like that. Although I want to point out that the commentary about race, everyone has been color paletted from not having any skin tone, so... That's fun. This is me just wandering around, make sure I don't forget anything as I leave, then remembering, I don't fucking care, get me the hell out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, so,
Yay!
yeah,
Yay!
as if
I'm
the
so
developers
happy.
knew that all that shit was trash, but instead of just cutting it out, like anyone would think they would do, because that entire scene was pointless, and we could have went up there, found him dead on the ground, holding the cover, and then for him to look down and go, wait, isn't that Vela on the cover? Oh.
Why does this say not to be released until the year 2000?
Wow. Yeah, instead of just doing that, instead we still have near 16 minutes of expository dialogue. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get like a good frame for a thumbnail.
of the best character in the game.
What are you
With the
talking about?
coolest
Michael's not
scenes.
here.
Oh, true.
Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
She and Michael are partners in the dream of making YIIK a good game.
They're definitely partners in both having guns. Unfortunately, the game is going to take my gun away from me soon.
Good thing they put that ammo pack there, because you shot the gun already. All of
One
it.
of the best parts about
No.
YIIK is always when the game recognizes it should not be fucking around. It shouldn't be wasting your time with expository dialogue. It just lets you sit in the moment and decompress. Feel what's going on. Think about it. And instead, it's... You know, I once went up into the mountains to try to find a cure for cancer that was magic tea. Blah, 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 blah. Racism.
So we've got
I don't
the-
even know why you can pick up ammo here, because the moment I talk to not Michael, I'm immediately gonna lose this gun. So, I don't know.
What? Who is that?
It's the Michael we saw in the intro that appears to be like an alternate universe Michael. Onisim 2021 is a bitch and a half. Well, if you can't hear me, just want you to know I'm coming to you. I'm gonna set it all right. In the meantime, I need to borrow that gun, but I've got something for you. Remember this from the last time we met. Protect yourself, fallen girl.
The dance? Ballet?
Yeah, now we can do a little twirl.
Yeah.
It is my assumption that this is representative of the fallen Michael being the camera, but I have no proof of that.
Michael with a far more interesting haircut.
Doesn't look like a twat. I don't know what happens if you touch those. I just assume you die, so I don't want to. Also, it's a good little movement tack. It lets me move faster.
Vela! Vela!
Can't touch Vela with her upside down wings.
She's so cute.
I followed the scent of my departed wife and ended up in a circle jerk. Smelly beauty burning.
Is all this smell talk related
A
to the
husband, a
perfume
daughter, and a
game?
home. Now I am without flesh, but I reside within my memories. My most precious memories. What?
The perfume gang.
Yeah, maybe. I had to make sure to turn around and get all of them.
You can't leave any alive.
Hey, look, it's Beelzebub. He has a big Sephiroth katana. It takes me several minutes to figure out what's going on because to me it's like, oh, I attack him when he's swinging, right? Because he's parrying. And
Got that parry brain.
well, I'm not wrong. It's just the timing isn't that fast. I'm supposed to be waiting for him to finish the swing all the way. And I quickly get frustrated because like, why isn't it working? Also, why does he appear to have like a Hitler mustache? But I think it's supposed to be his mouth.
I can't believe you're having the exact same problem with this boss as you do with like a number of Elden Ring bosses.
Well, in those cases, I just move too fast because they have slowed down dodge frames They're attempting to teach you to dodge correctly, and I tend to dodge instantly, and because of that Twitch reflex, I fuck myself up. I'm good at video games, viewer. Don't listen at all. Don't let her let you think I'm good at video games. Okay, it's all I have. That and a huge dip. No, I don't. Although it does look suspiciously like a spaghetti noodle.
Oh, look, you figured it out. You did it. You did it.
Yeah, you just have to like wait a little bit.
Does the fact that she hands the gun over to the lost Michael, the camera Michael, imply that that's why Michael has a gun?
No, because it's a different gun.
Oh, that's true.
He has a big revolver. That was a Luger. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Hey, look, it's a GameCube memory card.
A labeled bad
from
brother.
Way past 1999.
Onism.
I still have my GameCube memory card somewhere. It definitely doesn't work.
Help me, good brother.
Look, his hood is
Rory
up.
with his hood on.
I know. Clearly how he was meant to be the first time, and it's obviously a new model.
Doing her little happy dance. Oh, Carrie. Oh, Allison.
Yeah, unfortunately she's gonna do it for slightly too long, but I like this music. It reminds me a bit of the Undertales, specifically Deltarune, but... Hello, Crow. Hello,
Who?
Look, it's that name that keeps fucking coming up.
I seldom speak when the camera is loading.
God, I hope this is a real Japanese person.
I know little of your strife, but what little I have seen
I don't know
causes
who
me
voices
a great
this,
deal
but please
of
don't let
pain.
this be somebody
So
who's doing
I
a racist accent. Please.
Advice. Do not twist the good memories with the bad memories. Those who do run the risk of becoming twisted beings in their own right.
But what is the point of this shot?
I don't know. Oh, I'm yeeking out. That also might be the shot I use.
I can help.
What's happening?
I don't know, but it appears that Kasagi X is actually important to the narrative.
That's terrifying. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh god, I just want to give her a hug.
I want to give her a gun.
Again.
Hey, sweetie, would you be happier if you could shoot Alex a few more times?
Would a shotgun fix your problems?
Maybe a rocket launcher. Maybe a P90. I feel like that's a downgrade from a rocket launcher, but I like how those look. Oops, that wasn't on purpose. I think I just fat thumbed it.
The stupid finger. The symbol of what should have been. The symbol of the past.
I should have realized at this moment I can actually move through or I'm supposed to be able to move through these guys, but I can't. Maybe they're different than the other bad crowd.
Yeah, I think they are different.
Then why do I still have the serious attitude card?
I don't know, but those are also the guys that you see in Alex's Mind Dungeon that he can't walk through.
That's true. No, actually you just fall through them. Also, the year 2000 card says it lets us access the party and New Game Plus.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Hey, Crow.
Hi, Crow. Why are you T-posing at me?
Fallen girl, here in the depths of hell.
Is this hell? It doesn't look like the real world to me.
What
Well,
have
actually,
you
if I
done
squint in the
to
distance, I think I can
deserve
see
this
Trump
fate?
planning to put all the gays in a concentration camp, so...
Oh god, no. No.
Oh wait, no, that's just a smear on my screen.
With what horrible act
That a
did
Cheeto
you
does.
harm the fabric of
Casper
reality?
loves his Cheetos.
Carrie just tried to get away from YIIK. That was the crime.
I know an original sinner
An
when
original
I see you.
sitter. You want to explain what that means, or...?
Just as I know myself. When I
The
peep at the blackened pond.
That's the name of that, that's the name of the Kasagi X film we keep getting emails about.
Oh. What? What?
I don't have context for you. Good shots, though. These are fun little areas.
Skeleton.
We're gonna keep T-posing Crow exposition at us. They could have probably done with making a different pose.
You have wounded me. You accuse me of original sin.
What could they possibly mean by original sin?
Femboy bussy.
To even know of sin is the sin, and it is all around me.
He said the
How
gamer
could I
word
possibly
on
not
Reddit.
conceive of a new version of it?
This is such whiplash from absolute nonsense word salad cutscene to this to this.
I know, but it's fun. And
It
then
is fun.
it just makes you go, why did we even have to do the previous thing?
Now we're back here. Are we
Yeah.
started? It's a white time with Crow.
You know, if you really think about it,
You-
the racism in America is
You take
perpetuated by
originality
the...
for granted.
I was gonna say by the cops, which is true, but it's not
You're
like
a
from the
fool.
top-bottom kind of thing. It's more of a systematic problem
that is
inherent
why
with creating a power
must
force
die
its entire base is built.
Here in
It
the
doesn't
soul
matter.
space.
Is this the first
Nope.
recognition that she's in the soul space?
Yeah, I mean, it was
All
pretty
alone.
fucking obvious, but yeah, it's the
No
first time they
friends.
said it.
No loved ones.
What do you mean? I have this card of a serious face.
Just
And
all
she's
the
friends with the
realities you
golden
destroyed
alpaca?
before this
Question mark.
I mean, she was supposed to be friends. Like, it was, for a while at least, it was being written like the Crow was her friend.
Well, he seems to just say whatever.
He's an actor.
He's like a soul merchant. Doesn't say anything different here. Starring carrying the crow.
I think that's a cute Crow
Approximately.
pose.
Yeah, he should have been doing that. Hey, look, it's that shot from before where the guy kept bursting with the gun and whatever.
Oh, now there's a Sammy poster up next to their brother.
That was weird, right?
I thought it was exciting.
I do think this is actually not
Sure,
framed in the
it
same way
was
as the other
exciting.
one, but
But, like, there was a guy in a tank, and things got really weird.
Weren't you guys going straight to Vela?
It was like a Kisage X film or
I
something.
don't know. Hey, look who it is.
No, no, she's here. She's here.
Tried to bring it up a few times. Just felt incapable.
Something
Why does
about
that carpet look
balance
like it's
makes
made
it
out of
hard to bring
grass?
up.
I feel like that's an error.
Top secret.
Is that a Kasagi X script?
Uh-huh, yeah,
Is this
because he's
script
the
good?
new main character, apparently, Kasagi X.
It's funny. I'm not sure if it's good yet, but it's definitely compelling.
What's it about? Is it another Kisage X kaiju film?
It's definitely a Kisage X film. No kaijus yet, but I'm only on the 3rd page. So far, it seems to be about a cruel boy who pushes his sister into a
Oh.
mysterious,
Oh, okay.
forcing her into a mirror reality where she is someone else's sister.
Who do you play?
I haven't gotten to my character yet. All I know is my costume has wings.
What?
Lighting test.
What? She's
A
got
Cute
guns.
outfit, by the by.
And she's got guns.
So, question mark, question mark, question mark. The things we've been seeing are part of a movie?
And Kasagi
Or-
X is peering into the soul space.
He's making movies via the soul space? I don't fucking know. Also, look, she has 2 guns.
Asuka is an actress?
Yeah, that's definitely true. We know that now. Look at me
No.
just being like, oh god damn it, I'm back in the video game. Oh.
Oh no, we're playing YIIK again.
No! I hope I don't get caught on something I shouldn't have stared at for 45 minutes.
No. What could you possibly... You've spent so much time in town. What could you... Were you just talking to Barksy for 40 minutes?
Yeah, I just kept clicking on Barksy over and over again. I'm just momentarily making sure nothing's updated, despite the fact that like a week should have passed, so there should be new dialogue, but there isn't. As far as I can tell, nothing in town has changed. Yeah, you wish you don't want to fuck my sister anymore.
The sister doesn't exist in this world. Yeah. The money tree.
It feels like the money tree did grow back money, but it looks like the burger tree didn't grow back burgers. I'm confused by this information. Maybe they both did, and it's another thing that broke. 76 to 99. How old is that maker?
Angle Stando? That's different again.
Angle Stando. Yeah, this is where I noticed. I went, hey, wait a minute, that's not right. Then I come back inside and it's Eagleston.
Okay. That's weird.
So
That's weird.
Yeah, discovered why you noticed that before. It appears that every time you come in and out, you get a different name over the thing. Now just says Eagleston.
That's a strange choice.
Alex, this door
is this what you spent 20 minutes doing?
Yeah, just doing that over and over again.
Okay.
I'm that easily distracted. I was just trying to make sure I got every permutation. I should have went up and made sure that Jocasta wasn't hanging out on my bed. No.
No,
What
we
happens?
can't deal with the potential bills. We have to check the email.
So speaking of Kasagi X, you remember when I was talking to Fanzina, everyone's favorite hentai character, which I discovered there's a surprising amount of? She added us to that fanzine.
Oh no. Oh no.
There are now, I think there must be well over 100 of them in here. And you know what's fascinating?
What?
They are maybe the 9th or 10th instance of a hardcore fucking meta break into reality. As it appears that I assume it was over their Discord or something. It appears it appears that the email was like sent out to true YIIK heads or something, and then they were asked to answer this question, which Black Pond Cocktail premiered in 1978 during the climax of the film. The projector failed, and the audience waited for nearly 3 hours to see the conclusion of the film. The movie is about a story of a mysterious half-fish, half-boy recently straddled consciousness. A wizard instructs him to seek and drink water. He'll surely die. Sukuna ends up on a journey, blah, blah, blah. He drinks from the black water. He drinks his fill. A terrifying creature emerges and pulls him close, threatens him to drown him if he can't answer the question. Why do we live? Why do we die? Why do we suffer? And then the movie apparently failed, so it became like a thing that they would read it out, and everyone would yell their answers to the questions because they had to wait 3 hours for the...
Cult classic shit.
And these are authentic responses that it does not appear they did by the way, Clown Kisser. It appears that these are these look like usernames to me. Now, a lot of these are just nonsense. Just like, we live to love to die, yada yada yada. We're just parts of the game. Walking through the door of the childhood fills you with... And I was just gonna click on a few to look at them because I assumed it didn't matter. And a lot of these are written out like young adults, early teen style people who are to obsess over a freaky doll commercial from the 80s, to laugh at bad old sitcoms, giving authentic responses. Furry porn and dollars. Why do we live? Why do we die? Why do we suffer? Furry porn and dollars.
Is this when you stopped and messaged me?
I don't know when. I just started clicking through them because I was like, I need to know what they all say so I can get a better grasp of who true YIIK heads are. Hello, Alex. I'm Alex from high school. I don't know if you remember me. You stole 5 video game cartridges from me with the excuse of keep quiet. I'm the superior gamer here. I want you to let you know that I will find you and recover all of my games.
What a threat.
Dear Alex, it's me, Sin, from college. I lent you $15 at one time. Anyway, I'm gonna meet this super bobbing babe, and I learned her dad's a lumberjack. I need flannel and beard advice ASAP. Yeah, so I'm gonna click on every one of these emails. Because
they're doing something with the
I mean, I don't
for
suffer,
once.
so maybe you're just a little bitch. We fight to suffer, fight to fight, and blah, blah, blah. All the, like, actual...
breakfast.
A lot of the authentic responses speak of people suffering through late stage capitalism and all that crap. And I'm not saying they're, like, inauthentic. I can tell that people meant a lot when they said some of these. And some of these are just, like, 15-year-olds being like, this is really deep to me, somebody who's 15. And that's fine, but it definitely confirmed a lot of the YIIK fan base is really young. And, I mean, that's fine. It's a little weird about the amount of, like, smut stuff coming in here, but I don't really care. I do not know, and I do not care. I am thirsty.
Classic. That would be the correct response when you need fucking water.
Alex, you know the answer. We live to find the fan farm. Meet me in the mountains, Mark.
Oh, no, I don't want to go to the mountains, Mark.
Very funny. Don't stress yourself out. See you on the flip side. Take it easy, okay, Sean?
Why are some
Sean
of these catastrophic premiere responses just like talking directly to Alex for unrelated
Because
things?
clearly people realized that they weren't paying attention and just mass putting them in or something. So they just started like, hey Alex, what's up? My good pal App17 told me the reason that we live, die, and suffer is gaming. It's these video games that keep us going, like the RPG on the GBA with the orange man of the forest who speaks for the trees. I love that Mother series for that one. Who needs a job or grocery shopping when you're a gamer? Epic victory, Fortnite Royale.
Oh god, is that?
So,
no.
Yeah, Fortnite in YIIK. This is when I texted you, because I had to be like, tall. YIIK Fortnite. Fortnite is in YIIK. And it says everything. Yeah, I mean, I can get why youngins would get into this series because, how do I put this politely? Youngins don't exactly have much of a sense for taste, considering that Poppy game was able to. We live to enjoy succulent meat products. We die to serve our bearded God in heaven. Praise him. We suffer a trial of fire to become worthy of his...
Charboiled grace.
Charboiled grace. Unfortunately, I read faster than I can speak. I keep hearing about this bald beard guy on the internet who says he has gemeralds. I think they're just cool rocks. Rumors he can manipulate the universe. Kind of scary. It appears that gemerald is some kind of in-community meme from the Discord server because it's mentioned multiple times, and I googled it and couldn't find any proof that it was real.
Why are you not in the Discord server?
But because I don't want to... I'm a smut creator talking shit about their game. I don't want to... you know, have an authentic face to this.
That's fair.
I also don't want to engage with teenagers. That's their little community. I don't want to start, like, bringing it. We live for Sonic Underground. We die for...
So long, Bowser!
We suffer for the glory of Bartleby Monteclair of Dresden. Bartleby also gets mentioned in multiple of his emails. Said something about Vanzina says no slurs allowed. We live because of bugs, flies, beetles, wasps, bees, and others. To be food for mosquitoes, to be food for vultures, because we are living food. See, it's 14 and I'm deep. I am 14 and this is deep. And I don't know. I live to witness the rich of beautiful Bartleby and his bitch. What does love to say? Like, that's an in-house meme. We live for Vanzina, we die for Vanzina, we suffer for Vanzina. Sorry, what?
I wasn't even aware that there was a Discord server because that just directly answers the question of where all those random new characters are you get with the spirit specs. They're from the Discord server.
That could very much be it. It would make sense. Black and Pond Adventure CGA. Cute little fake text-based adventure game. Because we live in the world we deserve. Now that's a Zoomer thing to say, and they're unfortunately right. Very fat Irishman laughing loudly while drinking milk. Oh, sorry. I feel that's just how it always meant to be, like a constant non-stop whirlpool of madness to truly understand the lemonade. Oh, whatever. I believe that playing quirky Earthbound-inspired games is pretty good justification for life while I'm suffering. I ponder awesome video games about children falling into caves, cats playing with light bulbs, and ginger men saving the world, and kissing hot babes. Love Jetly Broski. Like, that's what a 15-year-old would take from YIIK who doesn't have the ability to recognize that YIIK is not about a
because they've never played
man.
a different video game.
They played One Shot and Undertale, and those are good games. But this,
They've read 3 books, and one of them was Harry Potter.
maybe I can convince someone to make a plushie of that OC. Gotta go, got work to do. I would like a shitty OC plushie. Now, that's why I feel bad about bad-mouthing these youngins who like this game, because it's obvious, like, I have to come to the conclusion that they're just, you know, like Persona 5 fans, mostly young, haven't consumed that much media or really learned to be critical about it, and ultimately are experiencing a lot of these ideas for the first time, so they're like, wow. But if you've played a lot of weird abstract video games with postmodernism style elements, if you played crazy Yuppie Psycho or Yume Nikki or something, it doesn't quite work as well. And that's fine. If you like something and you also didn't critically analyze it, then you probably shouldn't critically analyze it, because then you're going to suffer. But also, I feel like people who do that should recognize that their opinions are slightly less weighted. Not invalid, but if you didn't actually think about what you were consuming and you just consumed it and went, yeah, that was fun, well, that's good for you. But to anyone who's paying attention, they're not going to have that experience. It's 42. It's always 42. It's always 40 fucking 2. Nice reference to everybody's favorite Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. Do you crave that e-cheese taste of that messy cheese dust? Introducing liquid e-cheese, packing that cheese punch of your favorite e-cheese snacks. It's now drinkable from a mess-free beverage can. Don't believe us? Try some. I believe that's a reference to Valhalla. Remember the fish crossed with those anime bitch boys and a wizard going man, or Mizu? Remember the end? Blah, 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 blah. That guy was actually trying to roleplay like they were in YIIK.
I think the thing about not consuming media you enjoy.
Wait, deep into my thoughts and monologues, like speaking long, I stood there vibrating, yeeking, reflecting, buying groceries no mother ever dared to buy before, but the Rory wasn't kissing with his sister clearly missing. The only words were spoken, what the hell is going on? This I screamed with my hands drawn, a dash, merely I am something YIIK. I live for Persona 2, Innocent Sin for the PlayStation PSP. I would die for Persona 2, Innocent Sin for the PlayStation PSP. I suffer for PlayStation. That guy right there, he's a homie. I'm so up on your vibe, man. Persona 2's great. The intermessages, oh, who cares?
Anyway, what I was saying is that it's okay to consume things uncritically and just enjoy them and not have to think too hard about it. But that's not something you can take to a conversation people are having about
cat?
it. Oh, cat.
Sorry, buddy. That's not that good of a cat. Your cat got a little fucked.
If you walk into a conversation of 2 people talking...
My dearest Fanzina, sorry I have to rate you like this. I was too nervous to ask you on purpose. When I met you at that panel, I was stunned by your beauty, your flowing pink hair, your thick-rimmed glances. I was the guy with the pink mohawk, by the way. You have to pay for dinner, though. I'm unemployed.
Oh, that's funny.
I forgot to say, I like to ask you on a date. Yeah, that's really funny, because I'm thinking of that guy right now and laughing. Life is the noodles. I think Aristotle said that once. If you're interested and you're not going to play this game, you have enough time. Pause and read a lot of these. They're very funny. Sorry to keep interrupting you, Tol.
Anyway, there's a saying, oh, I just enjoyed, I do not think about it critically, is not something that is productive in a conversation actually criticizing a piece of media, and that's something a lot of people forget.
An online jester for those to laugh at. Is it worth it? Yes, I agree. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just, if you like Persona 5, I'm not trying to yick your yum here. Capitalism, baby. You answer to life on my site, oxorecords.com. I don't know if that's a real place. Peace, love, plus good vibes. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But if somebody says, yeah, the game really suffers because its anti-capitalist rhetoric is ultimately smash that motherfucking like button. For a remake of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Super Holy War on Super Famicom. Sheeb. You have to recognize that if you are not consuming content critically and someone has a critical opinion, your opinion is not going to fly because you didn't actually... This person's role-playing that they know who Chris is, I think, from Deltarune. I could be wrong. That's just a popular name nowadays. As an example of Persona 5, you can't argue the characters are fleshed out and have deep interpersonal relationships because they don't. But if you say that to your average Persona 5 fan, they'll go, but they're all friends, because they remember being in that relationship with that group, and that's fucking it. They didn't pause at any moment and go, has Anne and Makoto ever had a conversation? Does Fuka and, not Fuka, Futabu, the little ginger, does the little ginger and Haru ever interact? And the answer is no, they don't. I like tits. I can't take it anymore. Oh fucking god, I can't take it over more, man. I can't take it. Someone please help me. I can't take this anymore. Please help me. Oh god, he's watching. Oh god, the walls. Oh fucking, oh god. These are the same person, by the way. I like tits.
I was wondering what the follow-up to I like tits would be.
And, like, not just keep shitting on Persona 5. The problem is that over long periods of time, the more I've recognized that when you're speaking to someone who's not been paying attention while consuming media, they just don't accept the fact that they're gonna say nonsense. Like, what do you mean there's bugs in Cyberpunk? I didn't notice any. Actually, 2.0 has no bugs at all, which is a fucking lie. I think I have footage on my computer. If not, I will play the game for 10 minutes so I can cut some footage of the game freaking out. It's not true. The game is still bugged. They lied massively during development, and if you want to defend the game because you like it as it currently is, that's fine. But if you attempt to look me in the fucking face and say, actually, I'm pretty sure Johnny is an inauthentic representation of anarchy, and he's really just hollow and doing it for his own reasons, that tells me you weren't paying attention. But if it, never email me again, Dan. Also a good email. Yeah,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. There's lots of Ghost Pig.
That's explicitly a Homestuck reference.
Well, really? Because I'm thinking
Acrimonious
of
Gesture.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's definitely a Homestuck name. Go on a date to your nearest Applebee's, and you might be lucky enough to find out. Yeah, get some of that sloppy toppy from a clown girl in the bathroom. What? Anyway, like, people are just inherently stupid, unfortunately, and you have to recognize that sometimes you're just talking to a dum-dum on the internet, and as such, I try not to just start arguments with randoms, because I don't know who this person is. I don't know if they were even looking at the screen while Persona 5 was playing, or if they played Cyberpunk. Please stop emailing me. I didn't mean to enter the stupid email list, so please stop. I don't care about your stupid questions. Just stop. It's because of me. Sorry about that. However, since this is my goddamn video and my fucking platform, Cyberpunk is a buggy, flawed mess that ultimately is still very fun, but lacks in a lot of features and required multiple years of updates for them to fix. It is not the fault of the developers, it's exclusively the fault of the goddamn people in charge of the company. Fucking suits, goddamn corpo gonks. Persona 5 is ultimately a very pretty game, but a shallow mess that doesn't actually do anything that ultimately makes me like the old Persona games. I live for Alex, I die for Alex, I suffer for Alex, and I love it. Oh, and just to burn another bridge, I'm sorry to tell you this, listener, but we live for the blahage, we die for the blahage, we suffer the blahage. This is a common fact of life and the natural balance of the hormones, and keeps away gender dysphoria. See, that's like an authentic email blahage meme. Man, asking so many questions of life is a real good way not to live any of it. Just stop thinking and live, man. I'm God's chosen one. Nothing can harm me. Forgot what I was saying. I was gonna shit on another fan base. Oh yeah, Matt Pat of
Game Theory.
Game Theory is a twisted motherfucker who should not be trusted. He actively, I'm sorry, all of his videos are some level of awful, depending on who was writing them. Sometimes they are authentically good, because different people writing them than him. However, more importantly, he is actively malfeasant. Malfeasant's probably the wrong word, malicious. He is milking children of their money. He is actively tricking them with basic psychology nonsense. He is, in fact, a terrible person. And if you used to like him, you shouldn't. He used you. So, there. Now I've made all the Zoomers angry. I'm sorry, Zoomers. You might not believe this, as I'm No, I'm not a millennial. Which one am I? Am I a millennial? I'm a millennial. You might not believe me as a 30-something millennial, but I actually think that your generation is the best one we've had in a while. I just have complaints. And
we're just
mostly...
a lot of us are still children and suffering the cause of being still children.
Just trust me when I say, if there are younger listeners somehow hearing this, just trust me when I say this. A lot of the complaints of the people who are older than you are just from exhaustion because of the capitalisms and everything. And as such, there's a lot of people who want to lean down and kick the younger generation for not being as cynical. Unfortunately, Eric Salad Boy. Unfortunately, you're also young to some extent. You might be in the age in which you can now critically use your brain correctly. And you have to accept the fact that sometimes the media you like, it just isn't as good as you think it is.
Accept the fact that sometimes you really love trash, and your life will be easier.
Yeah, that's fine. If you
it's
like
okay
trash,
to love trash. I love trash. I love garbage.
Yeah, I'm not so much of a garbage lover. I would say that the important detail is that you should never, how do I put this? You shouldn't settle down. You should always be willing to critically analyze the things you like and try to grow your understanding of who you are as a person and figure out why you feel the way you feel. Like, Ruby sucks, and the music is a lot of butt rock, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you play a lot of the Ruby tracks that are more metal themed, I'll start singing along. I can't help it. Couldn't stand it, couldn't take another minute. No, I'm not gonna do it. And, like, that shit's just wedged in my brain, yo. Red Lake Roses will be on my brain until I die. And that's fine. It's not like the deepest song in the world, but it's well done. But Ruby itself is bad. It's also really wanky, but that doesn't really matter.
Oh, did you see that Rooster Teeth has yet again been purchased by somebody else after being dissolved?
I know. I don't know why. They need to go away.
They need to go away, and I need...
Big Stinky.
Big Stink. I've been waiting for Big Stinky. I don't know. I think Ruby should be left in the hands of a bunch of 14-year-olds making like a shit fan art, and that's where it should live.
Because it's silly living is suffering, but that suffering motivates us. We lived for plenty of things, blah blah blah. Why is that the top one and not like epic Fortnite Royale?
I can't believe you spent 20 minutes looking at emails.
Well, I had to.
I know you had to. That was just
this is
so
a catalog.
Long.
I know. This is a catalog-based Let's Play. I wanted us to see everything that there was, so I had to look at all the emails. And to be fair, I think some of them were really interesting, and a lot of them were authentically people trying to answer, why do we live, why do we die, why do we suffer? And the answer is that meaning is ultimately created by those who perceive it, and any answer is just as valid as any other. We can pretend that an inauthentic response is one who's comedic, but it doesn't matter. To me, the reason why I live is to see what Miyazaki makes. With Bloodborne 2. Bloodborne. Oh, that was my other bad opinion. I don't think Bloodborne's very good.
You really gotta get it in at the end there. Just every possible beehive you could swing at.
Okay, that's not true, by the way. I think Bloodborne is still the best game that came out that year, and it's still a game I put like 50 or 60 hours into. But when I put hundreds of hours into every other game, I have a lot of complaints. I'm not going to get into them here, but I think Bloodborne is ultimately a very flawed thing they made because they tried a lot of new ideas that ultimately failed. And people are more obsessed with the aesthetics than the actual execution and the fact that, like, the PvP just sucks. Unless you play with like 16 different rules on top and you're only PvPing in a specific arena-based format, and also, importantly, Bloodborne characters are the gangliest motherfuckers you've ever seen, so. They look like stretched out fucking Gary's mod models, like you were trying to make a meme. It's terrifying.
So
yeah,
I guess
anyway.
Today, this episode was the airing of grievances, whether you wanted it or not.
Oh, also, my favorite Souls game is Dark Souls 2. Bye! We'll cut the recording there, because I think that's funny.